Good morning, dear my student. Today we are going to start the topic recorded by the GST, review by the collection, Chanakya word by the summarize, the whole by GST process. Even if the something is very difficult to be achieved, one of the often we will process by the hardworking if we take in the consideration by the 29 states and 7 union territories, but 7 taxpayer of the center and the 8 taxpayer by the state, and then the different several by taxpayer different condition and communities related to the number of the taxpayer and this figure by of 500. Today all these are taxpayer will be shared one nation one tax right to the Ganganagar to Itanagar and Leh to Ladakh. So related to the Prime Minister of the India dedicating by this GST to return nation by July 1st, 2017, and Central Hall by Parliament of India. The goods of service tax are taxed by based on the credit in voucher method, where only the value of addition and stage is taxed. With the smellless by the follow credit along the supply chain, the summarized in this of obtained by number of the consumer tax of the previously by the existing standard by related to the India administered by the separately, and then the center of the state relation between the center and state GST good service tax and control this one time one tax generally by gradually greatly by rationalize in tax structure, but you look the umbrella and then after umbrella system is the GST inter alia, and then administration of the federal of a state government to making of the single interface by the taxpayer, creating by the IT backbone of the detail of the involved by this towards supply level by this item clearing to the affected taxpayer and the country, and the competitive of this globalization of the final removing the one of the all age world system and post of this interstate movement of the goods. Besides the alternative by the industrial landscape of the country and GST, it also by the never heard of the before experiment in the facial federalism. This paragraph said that, dear my students, state and government movement are the good service tax in the alternative industry landscape by of the country, and one nation one tax, and then the legislature one of the made by the GST of the put in this public domain for feedback multiple time of the each stage of the improving all of the skilled holder by the deliberated by on the kind of the figure related to wanted to help the design and the trust by the spirit democracy parliamentary GST the taxpayer limit by the supply of the good administrative service in this case of the state, and the supply is called the integrated by this tax, and then levied by the federal government of administrated jointly by the center and the state of the latter appointed by this between them, and then by inter by state supply. So livelihood by the into component of the federal tax level by this federal government and the state union territory, and this level by this respected of the administration. Dear students, this paragraph said that democracy by parliamentary GST approval by this GST, and the legislature make the GST rules in the supply the public domains. Public domain multiple by the tax stage by the country of feature Democracy Parliamentary GST takes live on the supply goods service and then collection by this federal government, administration by the July jointly the card of the center and state by appointment between this them. Supply and goods two components of the federal tax and liable the federal government tax. Thank you.